Hello traders, Greg here with a market update. Okay, so we have risk on markets, super bullish markets at the moment. And a lot of the reason for that is the positive headlines coming out of the Middle East. So it seems as if Iran and Oman have agreed to a plan to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and that would include basically Iran controlling all the inbound traffic into the Strait, Oman looking after all the traffic exiting the Strait. But the key takeaway is that Iran would be charging tolls for going through the Strait, and it seems as if they want to charge somewhere between 5 and 7% of all the oil going through the Strait. So on a yearly basis, they're huge numbers. We're talking over 100 billion plus. So massive payday for Iran if that actually does happen. Iran also does want, obviously, for the US to end its naval blockade and also lift its sanctions on selling oil. But look, market is trading this as pretty much almost a done deal. Obviously, the sticking point is that Trump has always said that Iran can't charge tolls. So let's see how that goes. But in any case, all the headlines are saying that it looks as if a deal in some sort of format like we've just described is going to happen in the next 48 hours. So crude oil has been smashed lower. So crude oil closed down around another 6%, down towards $75. Closed last week up at on Friday at $86. So we're over $10 lower from Friday's close in just a couple of days, a couple of trading sessions. So huge move for crude, 10, 15% lower. Look, can crude go lower? Of course it can. Obviously, the targets are down towards $70 in the short term, but I would not be chasing crude fresh short down towards those sort of levels. And obviously the sellers now are all going to be sitting around towards $80 on crude. But the bottom line is that crude lower obviously is a massive positive for markets and a massive positive for the global economy, especially if this is finally resolved. So equity markets, big moves there. S&P and NASDAQ. S&P up over 2%, NASDAQ up over 3% overnight. But S&P actually hit new record highs. So yes, super bullish there. It's trading now above 7,700. And no doubt now, those 8,000 targets are obviously realistic within reach. So look, would not be fading these equity moves. The other thing with US equities is that we've just had second quarter corporate earnings season. So we had a lot of the big tech names have already reported earnings, and the market has now got confidence again from what they've seen that potentially the revenues from AI are coming. So it seems as if markets jump back on the AI train in a big way. So yes, huge moves last night with US equities leading the charge again, and especially S&P, new record highs. NASDAQ has not made a new record high, but the fact that S&P has, I would say that it's probably not far away from NASDAQ doing the same. Here locally, ASX as well, it's pushing up towards 9,200. So new record highs for the Aussie ASX, and obviously it's been lifted by what's happening in the US. But in any case, yes, equities are flying at the moment. If we have a look at bond yields, yes, they are down about 10 basis points in US 10 years and also the 2 years. And obviously they've come off on the back of what's going on with crude oil. So yes, we do have a softer USD. DXY is trading below 100. I think the standout there is Aussie. Aussie is a risk currency. It's back trading above 70 cents. It's trading at 70 and a half. Obviously, if this risk rally continues, Aussie will go higher. The highest for the year for Aussie is around that 73 cent mark. So we're Still a long way away from those highs, so there's a lot of room for Aussie to go higher. But certainly my advice, if you're trading currencies, that's probably the standout, is being long Aussie with this risk rally continuing. If we look at precious metals, yes, I had a positive session overnight, both gold and silver, but really didn't do a hell of a lot. Gold still can't get above 4,100, and silver's still trying to crack that $60 mark. So potentially there could be some value buying gold and silver now. But with gold, as we talked about, we had an inside range week last week. If gold breaks above 41.20, which was a high of last week, then certainly we're probably going to get some bullish momentum and direction. So that's the key level topside. Potentially gold and silver are waiting for payrolls on Friday, US payrolls. If they come out slightly potentially weak than expected, yields lower, softer dollar, I think then gold and silver certainly will fly. But in any case, the key takeaway is that it seems as if the war is off again at the moment. It seems as if we've got a credible deal on the table. Market is reacting to that, is trading that, and I guess for the short term at least, it's very hard to step in front of this this move. So wouldn't be fading any of these moves at the moment. So anyway, good luck with your trades, and we'll check back in with you shortly.